Hi everyone. So in this video, we're going to be going over the grading and assignments for the course. Obviously something important. So let's look at what those are. So over here on the right-hand side, again, you've got all this information in the syllabus, so you can look at it on your own whenever you need to. But if you look over on the right-hand side here, you will see how many points you'll need to get a particular grade. So there are 1,000 points total over the course of the semester. And if you earn between 960 and 1,000 points, you get an A. If you get between 900 and 959 points, you get an A minus. 870 to 899 points is a B plus. 840 to 869 is a B, and all the way on down. So you can see that again, it's just a specific number of points. And so all I'm going to do, in fact, I don't even do it, I simply have the computer do it. As you complete assignments, the computer adds up the number of points that you get for those assignments. And then at the end of the semester, I just look at your point total and I say, well, you got 875, that's a B plus. Okay. So I just want you to be aware of that and be aware that everything that you're doing in the course, anything that you complete for me, has a point total associated with it. And so if you miss an assignment, it means you're not getting those points. If you complete the assignment, you're getting at least some of those points. So all of the quizzes that you're taking here at the beginning, anytime you watch a video and there's a quiz embedded in there, you are getting points for that. And so if you shouldn't be missing any points, you shouldn't be, hopefully you aren't getting anything wrong on the quizzes. But if you are watching the videos, taking the quizzes, you're getting points, and those are all being added into your grade. So just keep that in mind. And then over here on the left side, I've broken down these specific assignments and their point totals. I don't have exactly what's going on with those assignments. When I actually assign them, I will tell you very specifically what I'm looking for. Here I'm just giving you a general idea of what the assignments are and their point totals. And so if you add all of these together, you should get 1,000 points. Okay, so up here at the top, I have, you can see the first four categories here are writing plans for major writing projects, rough drafts for major writing projects, revision plans for major writing projects, and final drafts for major writing projects. And each one has a point value associated with it. Writing plans are 25 points. There will be 3 of them, so that's 75 points. Rough drafts are 40 points. There are 3 of them. That's 120 points. Revision plans are 30 points each. There are 3 of them, so there's 90 points. And final drafts are 70 points each. There are 3 of them, so that's 210 points. So these assignments here are all for, I call them their major writing projects. They're essays. I like to use the term writing projects. So for each project, you'll have to complete each each segment, right? Each element of this. You can't miss one of these. Each one is has a certain point value. Sometimes students will think, well, I just did the final draft. Don't I get full credit for everything? No, because there was a writing plan that was 30 points, a rough draft that was 40, and I mean a revision plan that was 30 points, a rough draft that was 40, and a writing plan that was 25. You have to do all of the elements in order to get all of the points. Furthermore, you have to complete these in the appropriate order, right? You have to start with the writing plan. It's like you're telling me what your ideas are. What is your plan for this essay? Then you're going to have a rough draft, right? And you're going to work from the rough draft. I look at your writing plan and I say, yeah, this is good, or no, you need to make some changes. Then you do a rough draft. I make some comments on your rough draft. You look at my comments and you come up with a revision plan, right? I look at that and then tell you, all right, here's what you need to do. That makes some sense. Now you can go ahead and do your final draft. So all 4 of these steps are important, and you've got to do them in order. So just keep that in mind, because sometimes students will think, well, I just did my final draft, don't I get full credit? No. You've got to do all these other things in the right order. If you don't do them in the right order, then then you won't get then you can't get full credit for those because they only make sense when they come in that particular order. Again, when we get to the actual assignments, I'll spell this out again, but I just want to make sure you're aware of that fact that these assignments have to be done in this very particular order. Next item in here, we've got 2-hour essays number 1 and 2. The 2-hour essays are basically like in-class essays. If we were having in-person class, I'd sit you down in a class and we'd say, here's an essay topic, write it. Since we can't do that, I give these essay assignments as kind of like a test. So you open those up in Blackboard, the clock begins ticking, and then you have 2 hours to finish your essay, and those are worth 40 points each. Quizzes, discussion boards, reading responses, other short assignments. So these quizzes that you're taking that are embedded in the videos, those go into that 375 points. Any other kind of reading responses that I have, short assignments, discussion boards, all those things go into that 375 points. So again, if you're missing any of those, if you don't watch some of the videos, you are losing some of those points. If you don't do some of the discussion boards, you are losing some of those points. If you don't do the reading responses or any other kind of short assignments, you're losing some of those points, and those are all being taken off of there. Okay, so just keep that in mind that all of these things are worth a certain number of points, and so throughout the semester you're trying to build up enough to get the greatest number possible. Okay, so just keep all that in mind. I've mentioned all this down here about the writing plans, rough drafts, and revision plans, how those need to be done in that particular order. I've already said that, so that kind of spells that out in detail. I talk here about the 1 grade, which I talked about in a previous video, the idea that if you get a 1 grade on something, it doesn't mean that you failed it. It means that I want to talk to you, and if you talk to me, under most circumstances, unless it's plagiarism, under most circumstances, I will change the grade to something higher. The 1 simply means you've got to talk to me. You don't want to have a grade sit at a 1 because you're going to lose a number of points and it's going to bring you down there. So make sure that if you ever get a 1 grade that you contact me as soon as possible. So that's what you need to know in terms of the grading and assignment. You can go ahead and take the quiz at the end and then move on to the next video.